Oh, it's on. Hi, I'm Morgan, and today I'm going to talk to you about the top 11 movies that every queer should watch. Now, as usual, this is my opinion, and although it's really much righter than yours is, you should make your own, and you can disagree with me if you like, and please, if you do, comment so I can argue back. So, number 11 is Were the World Mine? Troy's going to be very excited about that because he introduced me to it. That Were the World Mine is basically a gay musical version of A Midsummer Night's Dream, which may sound like a huge steaming pile of shit, but it's actually really quite good. It's weird in a lot of places and kind of clumsily written, but the people are cute and the songs are catchy and it's definitely very pretty looking. Number 10 is Dorian Gray, which is also really a book that every queer ever should read, but you really need to watch the movie if for no other reason than it stars Ben Barnes. Ben Barnes, you know, the guy who played Prince Caspian and was so sexy you spent the entire movie just praying to God that they had done some horrible thing to the original books and had him make out with Peter or something. The highlights of this movie for me really included the scene in which they implied, well, slightly more than implied, exactly what he was doing with Basil, the guy who painted the infamous portrait of Dorian Gray. It just came out in America, so you can now actually watch it legally in the US without having to buy a British DVD, so I highly recommend it. Number 9 is But I'm a Cheerleader, which I feel you gay boys out there may not be quite as interested in, but I think it's worth it because it's funny. It has some very interesting things to say about gender. The people are cute, and it's really funny. Oh, and RuPaul. RuPaul makes a cameo in the movie, which makes anything ever worth watching, in my opinion. Number 8 is To Wong Foo, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. If you haven't heard of this movie, something is seriously wrong with you. You remember when Patrick Swayze died and we all had to sit and watch the TV and hear nothing but "Have the time of my life" for like 2 weeks? Yeah, they really should have been playing To Wong Foo instead because, honestly, when Patrick Swayze died, I would much rather see him in drag than listen to that goddamn song from Dirty Dancing one more time. Good movie, check it out. Very, 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 very funny. Number 7 is Death Becomes Her, which my friend just introduced me to very recently. It stars Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn and features cameos from lookalikes of Marilyn Monroe, Andy Warhol, and James fucking Dean. Essentially, the movie is about an aging, beautiful socialite who decides to live forever and stay beautiful forever. She gets this potion that she drinks from a sexy, sexy, cleverly draped woman who wears really nothing except various and sundry drapes and hair and necklaces and somehow never flashes everyone. But she gets this potion to make her live forever. And I'm not going to tell you too much of the story, but I think all you need to know is the bit about Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn and being sexy. Number 6, Boys Don't Cry. Now this is probably the most depressing movie on the list, which is saying something because Rent is coming up, but it's definitely worth watching because Hilary Swank is in drag. Number 5 is Hedwig and the Angry Inch, another musical, also very good. More about gender than it is really about homosexuality, but still definitely worth watching. And you should do some research about things surrounding the filming and performing on some of the late night shows and stuff, because that's really neat to know. Number 4 is Milk, which I put on the list even though I haven't actually watched it. Yes, I am a very bad gay, but I know you should watch it, which is a terrible reason to put it on the list, but you should watch it because it concerns some very important times in gay history, and you should know your gay history. If you can't tell the history of Stonewall, something is wrong. Fix it. Number 4, or no, I said 4. Number 3 is, of course, Rent. You really shouldn't need a reason for why you need to see Rent. No. The music, the story, the heart-touchingness of how the story was written and Jonathan Larson's whole life, and the characters, and Idina Menzel in the movie version, and Rosario Dawson, and just Number 2 is Victor Victoria, which stars Julie Andrews playing a drag queen. Well, playing a woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman, which is amazing. Okay, I think I could have stopped at Julie Andrews as a drag queen, and you should have gone, oh my god, I am getting that so fast. But you're not, because then you'd have to go to the store, because you are totally not torrenting these movies, because you're a good person. Number 1 is Cabaret. You should know this one. You should know why I'm about to plug Cabaret. I'm going to plug Cabaret because Liza Minnelli is in it. Liza Minnelli and Joel Grey. That is enough reason for you to go see it. However, the music is also very good, which is another reason to see it. Liza Minnelli performs the music well, which is also a reason to see it. It's neat looking. It's got Liza Minnelli. It's got Liza Minnelli, and it's got Liza Minnelli. So those are my top 11 movies that every queer should watch. Why not top 10? Because I like to go one step beyond.